I just restarted it, so I'm gonna add him, try to add him back. All right, so here we are. You see? Can you still see? All right. So yeah, man, I'm gonna wait a few more minutes. Hopefully he joins in. And we gonna get started, man. All right, here we go. Here we go.
What it
Here we
do?
go.
Man, my bad, man. I was driving, over here, and it's snowing over here.
Oh, it ain't even. Yeah, but
It's
yeah,
snowing
man.
over
How
there
you been,
too.
man? What's going on, man? It's been a while since we've been on here.
It's been a while. Shit, it's been.
Yeah,
What's
man. First things first, man. As y'all know, we had a show going. I think it was like a few years ago. We didn't go on last year, did we?
Nah, nah. We didn't do it last year. We didn't do it last.
Man. So as you see, we got trophies in the back.
Oh, I'm about to change my background.
Oh no, we got the trophies in the back. So no, man. So the first things first. How's everything been? I know. Before we move on to the first thing, how has everything been in terms of like season wise? How's everything looking for this upcoming year? Because as y'all know, I had resigned with Landsberg, and the president brought me back. So how is things looking from your end of the situation here in Landsberg?
Whew, man, we looking pretty good. It reminds me of 2022 season, honestly. Uh, The only thing is we just don't have our quarterback Lukey from that year.
Yeah.
But we got Ryan coming in. Richard, sorry, we got Richard coming in as a quarterback, and he'll hopefully move that. And we got some other pieces that haven't been announced yet, which I already told you about that. But it's looking pretty good now.
Yeah, because I saw when you sent me Richard's film, I was like, okay, this is cool, fresh out of college, quarterback, and he's looking pretty good, has a pretty solid arm, he can move, and all that stuff. And hold up, to answer your question, Muhammad, I don't care about that game right now. I mean, this is the thing, man. I am so from my perspective, I don't care about games ahead of the season because, as you know, my thing is it's weeks at a time. I'm looking one by one.
Exactly.
I don't care about who we playing at the moment. I don't care about the imports. We got to play. The only thing is, we gotta make sure we do our end of the bargain and handle our business. Because I mean, obviously, you know what happens when we look ahead the schedule. We lose, and we don't
Yeah,
want that.
definitely,
So,
definitely,
um,
definitely.
yeah, man. And
That happened
before,
to us plenty of times.
oh man, yeah,
And
and
big
so.
situation. We was already supposed to be in GFL too. But
Man,
that's for another day though.
people don't understand, but people don't know that though. Like people think it's sweet when
Yeah.
they think it's sweet, but it ain't always that way. So, man, what are your what? So, before we even like move on to like the first topic, man, I want to talk. I want to ask you about last season because, as you know, I left
hmm
for a year. What exactly was your opinion about last season? Because I know I saw some young guys step up uh, in the team from 2023 and like Lewis, both Lewis, little linebacker, Lenny, and we had some more guys who had to step up
Got
and play.
Ralph,
OBJ. What
OBJ.
were your expectations about last season compared to what was your expectations about last season? Your
Uh, you
opinion?
know, you know me by now. It's every year I'm gonna go out there and dominate. Last year we lost a lot of guys. I knew we wasn't gonna be the same. But me as a coach, I was trying to put the pieces together as always, and make some stuff happen. We was just young and unexperienced, I guess you can say that, because most of those
Yeah,
guys didn't play in 2023 because we had those playmakers then.
Yep.
We still got them, but they didn't just get that playing experience, and that's
Yeah.
something that these guys got from last year. So they want to build off of that. Of course, we had the imports. Imports come and go, but like the imports helped us out last year. Um, it's tough to say. We had Brian going both ways. Brian is a Swisher knife, so I would love to reconnect with him in the future. But yeah, it was just this year. Last year was just it was the learning season for us. As I told you, I said, what can I tell these guys after they just coming out for a championship? It's
It's gonna be
hard to
hard.
it's hard to tell a team something and like yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, because I'm sitting because I was watching y'all's games, man, and I know Franken game is something that I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's a game I'm gonna want to. That's a game I really want for the season. And also another one, but I'm not gonna speak on that yet. I don't care as of right now. But I was watching the first game, man. It was tough to see. Yeah, we had young guys. It was all about being in the right spot, but the problem I feel like it was just from my perspective is a start. Finish was strong, start was slow, and that's been a problem since I was
Yeah.
there in 2022. Going into this next season, okay, if that's the problem last season, what is your solution for for fixing that, because I know you always find a way to make it, work. So what's your
Mhm.
solution in order for us not to be such a slow start team moving forward?
Oh, we're gonna dominate. We're gonna compete. Practice is going back to how it was at 2022. We going back to the basics. When you first came over, how I had them boys, we had the athletes and stuff. So that's what we're going back to, and make sure everybody just stay together as a team and don't worry about the outside noise, because I think that was a big thing last year. We lost a quarterback. It's the first time in a while since American came over,
Mm-hmm.
American quarterback, and that was a big thing. The adjustments right there. And then like we all wasn't on the same page at the beginning of the season. As you know, I know these guys. I know what they can do, what they can't do, and yeah, we just wasn't on the same page. But we got there at the end of the season, where it was rolling and stuff. But other than that, man, like my job is to make sure they ready week one. Of course, I don't expect us to be playing our best ball, but we will be ready to start out fast this year for sure.
Yeah, man, because it's such a hard thing, like you said, coming off a championship, because you got guys who have their heads high, you got guys that have their heads low, and then you have guys that have their heads just where it needs to be. But sometimes just the guys who's where it needs to be ain't enough. I learned that this
Exactly.
year, man, because if you ain't got the depth, if you ain't got everybody on the same page, man, that's gonna be you're gonna be
It's
in for a
tough.
long season, man. Like shit,
It's
you know
tough.
this, man. It's
It's
tough.
tough.
So,
But
what
but
was you about
how
to
was
say?
your? Let's talk about. First of all, I want to clear this in the air for about my imports from like because I know a lot of people been hitting me up and a lot of people been saying it about my import signing with Knights. I wish them the best, honestly. You know how I am. As long as I'm here, you guys always have a place. But it's just one of those parts where I have my domestic guys and I have to get them actual game experience. And if I keep bringing an import back, these guys will leave and go to another team, and then imports come and go, right? But my domestic guys, I got to build them up. I got to get them game experience. Also, Justin was a hell of a player for me. He was with me for 2 years. I appreciate him a lot for what he did for this program. Uh, Dwayne also was a heck of a running back. We had Brian. Brian's my boy. He'll probably be here in the future with me again. I make stuff happen, so he'll be here probably in the future. But I appreciate them boys as imports. But we took a different route this year to rebuild the team, and like the biggest thing was bringing you back because you helped me start the foundation in 2022. So it was like, oh, let me go ahead and go back to that, and let's set the foundation again, get these boys back on the right track. So Yeah, I just wanted to clear the air because it's a lot of noise talking. I know a lot of coaches and stuff, but I really don't. I'm trying to be very respectful as a coach, but in general, that's the game that everybody's want us to be so hyped for. But I don't really care about it. I take it one game at a time.
One game at a
You know,
time.
dominate your opponents, and then if you do your job, the rest should take care of itself.
And that's the biggest thing we've been trying to tell guys for the past few years. I mean, since we got that out the way, let's keep it funky. I'm gonna start opening up and tell you like my honest opinion, and I'm not holding back what I
Go
gotta
ahead.
say. I mean, just honestly, because that's honestly the reason why I left Landsberg was because I heard a lot of chatter, from guys wanting to play and stuff like that, and I had to
Yeah.
understand like, all right, it ain't about me. It ain't about the imports. It's never going to be about the imports. The imports do play a huge role, but it's never about just them by itself. As a import group, man, we were cool. I didn't have a
Yeah.
problem with them. And at the end of the day, they got to get reps because
Yeah.
we were bringing in a lot of young guys, coming up from the U19, and what was it,
Hmm.
Little
Raw.
Rolf.
Yeah.
Rolf is gonna be a baller. Now,
Yes.
if I had a stayed, he definitely wouldn't have played. I guarantee you, because we would have went with some other scheme and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's all about the young guys and the domestic guys, because that's one thing I had to understand. That's why I just decided to take a year away and just challenge myself because I was getting comfortable and I didn't want to get that mindset to where it's too easy, you know. So and but to go back to a subject about my year, like this past year,
I was about to
that was
ask
the
you
most.
how was your past year?
Oh my God, this was the most. This year pissed me off to the fullest.
It was
Don't
tough.
grade.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, sometimes it's tough though.
Oh man. But here's the thing, man. It was I'm never gonna regret this, never gonna regret it. I learned too much. Like you can never learn too much, but it pissed me off so much, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Serbia, first of all, starting off with Serbia, man, it was cool reconnecting with my quarterback from college, who was my
Yeah.
roommate. Cool
Yeah.
reconnected with my Serbian coach, Coach Bojan, but I never want to play. No,
Never want to play again. Hey,
that's all I'm gonna say. I don't
I
ever want
gave
to
you
do
a
that ever
heads up,
again.
man. You know we already talked about that. I gave you a
Yeah,
heads up
I
about
never
that
want to do that
situation.
again, bro.
Uh,
Because but
hey,
yeah,
but you balled out this year though, man. I mean, let's just look at in the regular season and in the CFL. I mean, a lot of people. Let's just be real. A lot of people was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna be able to make those big plays on those big time teams and stuff because
man,
we already talked about this. You had
we talk.
the year about consistency and stuff, but like a lot of people don't understand that you've been one of those players that can be consistent. It don't
Yeah.
matter where you at, and all you do. Y'all want me to tell y'all Devion's secret? This bud don't do nothing, man. He go to the gym. He live in the gym. He go back home. He play his music. Then he go back to the gym. This bud,
Mm-hmm.
that's all he do. So he prepared for any situation and
Yep.
watch film like crazy. So yeah, man, that's. I know it was a crazy ride in Serbia, man, but like you made plays against some of the top teams in Europe, and they gotta respect you for that because you did it not just once, you did it multiple times.
Multiple times. In that GFL. So when I transitioned over to Straubing, so this is where everything got more of a. I think that everything got better, but it also got like kind of like, holy crap! Like this was.
That boy went through
No,
a
I'm gonna go ahead
hurricane.
and clear that. I'm gonna keep it funky. I'm gonna keep it funky and honest. No, everybody always talking about. And I'm gonna just say it. Everybody always was talking about Max.
Yeah.
He was a dog. I'm telling you, he's probably my number one or number two DC I've ever had.
Hmm.
Top in Europe because okay, I could name him. He's in the mix Bob number one or number two. Max and Bob are tied for number one, number two.
Hmm.
And who else is it? Oh shit! I would say I don't even know another one. Mateus is somewhere up there too because
Yeah.
he let us have our Coach Mateus is a very open coach. But yeah, I mean people always they was telling me opinions about Max and all this stuff. He's a good dude, but I could see why they would believe he's the way he is. but he's a perfectionist, and he kind of reminded in this. I don't like comparing people to you, but he's a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah,
a
I know what you
perfectionist. He
mean.
don't like him. You know what I'm saying? He don't like
Yeah.
people. And sometimes he did come off the wrong way to like a lot of people, and then people didn't like how he was. He was just the way he was. But just that's just from my personal perspective. Now,
Yeah.
everybody has their own personal opinions, but I don't. I mean, he gave me opportunities. He gave me my first GFL 1 touchdown. As a
Yeah.
rushing touchdown.
That's true. That's
He
true.
led me. He led me. He led me. He led me. He gave me my first GFL 1 sack.
Hey, can't complain. Hey,
That's what I'm saying. So I
cannot
can't really
complain.
complain because I had my games, I had my bad games, and he was honest. He told me what was real. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I say they kind of you and him were kind of because he did yell a lot, but it wasn't like you did. You was on some crazy shit, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like he was. But he was to me he gave me opportunity, so I really can't say nothing bad because he always treated me with respect and he was talking to me how he's supposed to talk to me. So
Mm-hmm.
and then just overall, so the organization was strong. So the pro was just experiencing the GFL 1 level. The con, so it was a lot of noise outside, and this is one thing that just made me so mad because
Uh-oh.
I'm so. It was cool. The city was beautiful. Like I love Straubing. Like I really love Straubing. People talk so much outside of the it's
Oh
just
yeah.
rumors consistently. So before I even got there, people thought this was my wedding ring. I don't think I told you this. People thought this was my wedding because you know how I got this on my necklace, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they thought this was my wedding ring, and I heard somebody was telling everybody that I took off my wedding ring and all this stuff, but they didn't know. You knew the situation that
Yeah.
was going on. GFL's not toxic, nah, man. GFL ain't toxic. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. But it was just the outside noise, and it's hard to do that whenever you try to focus on a big task at hand. Because don't get me wrong, Max's playbook was a lot. That was a lot,
Yeah.
but it was just and sometimes it was people that was connected to the team as well. But I had a very good experience with Straubing. I didn't have any bad experiences. It was just the outside of it. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
just I didn't know that it was that political. You
I
know.
what I tried to tell you that one time. I said GFL is nice and all, but you got that when the politics and stuff go involved, like I mean in 2018 when I was playing for the Comets and stuff, like we was straight, but then the politics came involved. Stan Bedwell left. I got
Mm-hmm.
there. I left Poland. I got there like 2 weeks before he left, and he brought me in. And then like I was over there. Then like I'm sitting over here in this situation. Like, what's up? Like, how we gonna manage this? 2019 with the Cowboys. It was just a situation where everybody getting hurt, and then like me and Elliot go up and play, and now we playing with the GFL 1 team, and it's like the communication at that time. Coach Garen Harley, he was the head coach, and then we had Tony Moore. He was the OC, and everybody was just we trying to stick it together, but it's just the outside stuff. The people that's been there for a while, and sometimes it can be the force there, just bad communication and stuff, and that's where things start to fall apart, and you have everybody just going separate ways or having different opinions and not sitting down and say, hey, this is how I do y'all. When y'all first
Yeah.
get here, we got one mission for like 2 weeks, everybody on the same routine to understand the basics. But I think that don't happen that much in GFL that much though.
No, man, and one thing that I had a question about earlier that you basically said, man. When people don't understand the politics behind these, like getting signed and whatnot, and we're gonna get into that in a second. That's gonna be the point number two we're gonna talk about next. But man, when we talk about politics, we're not talking about like we're not talking about like the actual, the Trump related stuff. We talking about like, you got it's
Exactly.
all about who you know.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
this little Instagram followers and these little reels you make, none of that shit matters.
Not
It's
at
really
all.
about who you know. And so, we talk about politics, bro. Look, ain't nobody gonna put you, and I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be our next topic. Nobody wants to put anybody on if you have no type of resume over here. Nobody can vouch for you. I'm not about to put nobody on because I could barely put myself on. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
hate when people write me talking about put me on, put me on. No, imports got to understand, new imports too. It's about who you know. So it's best you take what you get for the first year and then work your way up because it may take you 3 years, 1 year, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. It depends how much you can take it, bro. This is really political, and this is like the one thing people don't understand. And if you don't do your job, you ain't gonna be back over here. Like, let's just be honest, you ain't gonna be back over here. You don't do your job.
And people think like they think this blackball ain't serious. This shit's serious over here, bro. They will like I know personally because I was blackball, and I was like when I left in 2018 when I left Warsaw.
Yeah,
You know, I had that whole situation. I get turned into the federation, and I'm like,
yeah.
damn, okay, like what's going on? But
They
like
don't
this
know.
stuff, it's straight facts. Like it's really over here. Blackball is real. If it's his word versus your word, they
Yeah,
don't even have to meet you, and you be another import. Like that's the one thing about a lot of imports over here, bro. A lot of imports need to stop hating on each other because at the end of the
man.
day, they
Hold
really
on, wait,
need
wait, wait,
each
wait,
other.
wait, 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 wait. That's another. That's the third point. Don't go. Don't move so fucking fast. That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
Like, bro, this is my thing, bro. Like the black. I ain't gonna lie. Poland. Okay, so you know my situation. I was scared to
yeah,
talk about this. I can talk about it now. In Poland, I got myself blackballed from Poland. I feel like
yeah.
because, bro, I'm living in your backyard and you still don't give me the time of the day. I understand why because of what I said, or I guess I'm just not what the needs are and whatnot. But dude, the blackball is real. Like for real, it's real.
Definitely.
But your reputation is what you do and how teams perceive you. Now you can't. No, I'm just gonna be honest. You can't sit up here and say, "Oh, I played this well, I did that, and I did all of this and all this whatnot, bro." It don't matter what you did. If you did something stupid off the field and everybody found out about it, bro, you ain't coming back over here. It don't matter how much of a baller you really are, you
Yeah,
know.
definitely.
And we know a few guys who are like that, but I don't name drop. But I'm just saying, and you can't ask why if you're doing dumb stuff off the field. Your job is to come over here and be an ambassador of the game. If you're not being an ambassador of the game or doing role model type things, you ain't coming back.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Yeah, definitely. When I
Crazy.
first came over here, that's how it was. You know, back then it was more cutthroat. Like it was real cutthroat. You don't perform, they probably send you home like in 2 days. But
That's
now, like
true.
some teams will keep you around because it done got more expensive to send you back home, and they will let you sit there, and then they will put that label on you
Figure it
as
out. They gonna tell you to figure it
exactly
out.
figure it out, or they will be like,
Figure it
"Oh,
out.
this guy didn't perform, so we're not going to take him, and then we're going to make a bad name for him because he didn't perform for us." So that's how it is over here, though. But like once you, as a player or as a coach, once you understand the politics and stuff over here, you know how to move and you know who you can talk to and who you can't
Yeah.
talk to. It's simple, brother. Honestly.
Yeah. Man, hold up. Somebody, Tone, my guy, Tone had a question. He said, "How do you get your name out there?" Coming straight off my senior year of college. I talk to this dude a lot.
Hmm.
He's an all conference returner. I forgot where he played at, but he's an all conference returner, and he's trying to come overseas. He went to a Pro Hunt showcase. What advice do you have to tell him about getting his name out here?
Man, listen, I tell you, like. Whew. First of all, make sure you got your own stats. That's number one. I don't want to see nobody else stats. I want to see your film. Put your best film, like your plays at the front. Like I don't want to see no little video of you doing some training outside. I want to see nothing but films. Like I want to see the good, bad, and the ugly because that's how I'm gonna observe you. Highlights, highlights made from just making plays. I want to see the good, bad, and the ugly. I
Show
also
him the
want to see.
game film. Put the
Yeah,
game link
that's
the
that's
game
what I was
film
about to
too.
say. I want to see. I also reach out to send game films. Because that shows a lot about body language when stuff's going your way, when it's not. So, yeah, man, just get your name out there and just post your content as you always say. Post it out. And you never know what team will reach out to you. May have a contract for you. Honestly.
Yep. And you know, it's all about marketing yourself. And people always complain. Like I see dudes, and this is where I'm about to get on point number 3 about the hating on another dude. All right, because I
Mm-hmm.
always see, like I'm big on posting and marketing yourself as a player because you have to. If you don't
Yep,
market yourself or you don't reach out to teams, they ain't gonna know who you are. And especially if you like
definitely.
3 years over here or 2 years of your first year. So and get a passport. You right, trader.
They
I'm
should
just
already have that unless they don't travel. So, hey, I'm
exactly.
sorry.
And so this is a thing. You can't be scared to post your content too much. I would say post it at least 3 times a week. Not
Yeah.
too much, like but you also can't care what people say because again, there's gonna be people hating, which leads me to which leads me to point number 3. Imports hating on another import has got to stop. Like, come on, it's got to stop. Like, bro, it's 2025. Coach can expect from you can also commit to the
That is
right
true.
spin. Yeah.
That is true, man.
And imports have got to stop hating. The third point number 3, imports have got to stop hating on other imports. Because look,
Man.
at the end of the day, when you find yourself in a situation that you know for a fact is going to be hard to get out of, like we just said, when a team tell you, when you find yourself in a situation and a team tells you find a way back home, you gonna reach out to another American to see what like how to do this or what can they do to help you. You know what I'm saying? You can't burn bridges. Hating.
It's crazy, bro. Like you know as well as anybody else, because me, you talk a lot. It's so many people and I don't even want to make it seem like that, but it's so many people that I done helped and they turned their back on me. And like for me, we coming from the South, we always trying to help each other and stuff. Like I want everybody to be successful over here. First of all, if you have to come over here and worry about your stats, worry about this and that, bro, you should just stay in the States. Because honestly, let's just be real. It ain't a team over here in Europe that's gonna be dominating like you did in the States. The quality and stuff is not the same
Mm-hmm.
because these guys over here have jobs. I mean, some of them may be up there and they can play, but like that's just how it is. So that stuff just it's just like, man, you gotta understand, like it's a different ball game over here and stuff. So like when you come over here, you gotta make connections. That
You got
honestly,
to.
this is how I've been successful. I came over here at 214 and I built my connection. I wish I would have did it the same way as you did with your content, but at that
Oh, when I
time.
first came, no, when I first came over here, you know how I came over here. I was an asshole.
Hey, I swear, but that's how I came. I came over here. Like they used to hate playing the Sopot Seahawks because they knew
Yeah,
me and Luke was gonna just talk trash to them. And
yeah,
but no, that's how it is though. You got to be able to stop hating and build connections and stuff over here because it goes a long way.
yeah, for sure. And like people gotta stop, man. Like people gotta stop just. I don't want to be, man. I don't want to. Like they gotta stop looking at dudes as competition because I'm telling you, this gonna come back. It's gonna come
Definitely,
back. It's
definitely.
gonna come back. So
Yeah. The,
it's
the the
it's just.
biggest thing is, man, I think once a lot of imports will stop hating against each other,
Mm-hmm.
more opportunities over here will open up for imports because I know a lot of people that want to stay over here.
Yeah,
And when you help them or when you say, hey, like I can try to do this for you, or I can look out for you and connect you to this person, it's all
yeah,
about when I connect you to this person, how are you going to react? Are you going to act in like back in when you in the States when you don't get your way? Are you going to act like that? Or are you going to keep it very professional because it's also your reaction how everything can change.
yeah. And man, people don't know that's how it really go, man. Especially like some of the guys that we see out here being signed. It's like you gotta either cheer for them because you never know if you are gonna play with these guys. You never know if
Definitely.
you're gonna be on the same team. And then these guys who are like the older imports, if you hating on them, they don't even know some of these imports who about to hang it up are gonna be your next coach. They don't even know that they're gonna be your coach next.
Bro, I
Like,
swear that's how it is. Like for me, when I was like, man, I'm not gonna play that much. And then what happened? I ended up coaching you. I ended up coaching Charles, Demetri, and but like I was already doing the coaching. But like that's how it is. You get in a situation where you in that position, and then like you help other people. That's why I try to tell people all the time. Like you got to get yourself in position first, then you can help other people. And it's different over here where we got because we got a program. We got a situation going on and stuff. So whenever you can help out another American, like we all suffering the same problems. Like we're having we're away from our families. You know, we may have our girlfriends and stuff like that, but we all going through the same stuff, just trying to make it over here and be ambassador of the game.
Bruh, some people don't even know that like God's got it worse, and you never like it don't cost nothing to be nice to somebody, especially if you don't even know those guys, and then especially if they're a vet. Because I mean, dude, let's be real. A lot of these teams won't sign imports just because of you know what and what
Yeah.
they hear. Especially if you never had a conversation with them, it costs zero. It costs nothing to be cool with somebody. Now, if you come off as an asshole, you ain't even got to talk to them. You ain't got to hate on them. Just don't
Oh
say
yeah.
nothing to them. And then Earl said it. He said it best. If players hating, they shouldn't be here in the first place.
Oh, Earl said that. I ain't see what
Yeah,
Earl said. That. Oh, okay, I see it. My boy Earl.
yeah, bro. He he been
Hey,
tuning in too, and
hey,
yeah, bro. Most of these guys don't understand that. But that's why it's important. We got to really take charge of just being just telling them straight, man. Like because, and also they got to stop lying about their resume, bro.
man,
Man,
what? Man, most
import
of these
lying on
people.
their resume is the most dumb thing you can ever do because everything you have done and where place you've been is Google. Like you could Google that. It's Googleable. I always say Googleable. You could Google me and find out where I've been. You can Google you and find out what you've done and all this stuff. But one thing you can't run from is the truth. Because I ran across a player in Romania, man. I ain't dropping names or nothing, but all I'm saying is, man, talking about being in the NFL, I'm like, dog, no, you're here with me. There's no reason to boast. You're here in the same league as I'm in too. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
just be real with yourself, man. Especially when you come over here, don't boast about having a big head, about a big resume, and all this stuff. We gonna find out. Everybody talks to each other. You
hey,
know,
most
it's
most people
terrible.
don't understand that. When you come over here, man, like I say, like it's different from in the States. Like you come over here, you got to be able to have a level head because, like most team, when you come over here and you have like a big head, they gonna think you, number one, arrogant. You
Yeah,
know how that stuff go, arrogant, and then they're gonna be like, he's a great player, but he's not a good team player, or he's not a good person. And so
yeah.
once you get labeled like that, there goes the black ball.
Not even, man. You know what? Because and I'm just like I said, we keeping it funky, we keeping it
Yeah,
real. I'm
yeah.
keeping it a bean. You gotta, they gotta understand. We seen some dudes do some crazy stuff. I'm talking about some crazy stuff and still get picked up. But it's like sometimes teams will get you for the publicity, and I don't think people understand that it's still a business at the end of the day. Even though
Yeah,
this is
definitely.
semi-pro, it's still a business at the end of the day. And I don't think people understand that either. It's really cool to get marketed, but man, don't be lying about where you been. Just don't lie about that.
That's the thing, like when, yeah, man, when you gotta lie about your resume and stuff, man, just to make yourself feel better. First of all, like I said, it's a different ballpark over here. Like you
Oh
gotta
yeah,
adapt to you're not gonna have those 4 or 5 times a week of practice like you do on the stage. You're not gonna have those gym workouts before morning
yeah,
workouts. You're gonna have to make a whole adaptation. There's no reason, like how you said earlier, you had a guy. I know who you talking about. But you had a guy, and he talking about he playing in the NFL, bro. If you played, why you come over here? Like why? And that's the biggest thing, bro. Like they lie to make themselves feel better and to see, oh, I was in the NFL, now I'm over here. And I had a dude who I played with before. I was like, bro, stop the cap now. Like,
yeah. Stop the
stop it.
cap, bro.
Because I know people. I know. I said, stop it, bro. It's not
Yeah.
good. Just go back and just play ball. Like, that's what we're here for, to play ball, make these guys better.
That's exactly make them better. You are not like, bro. I did some stupid shit trying to go from one place to another. I ain't never gonna relive that again. But that's not possible. It's not. You ain't going to the NFL playing overseas unless you
Uh,
already talking about unless you talking about some unless you were Cavante Turpin, who was already a draft
yeah.
pick before he
Yeah.
left TCU. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's the thing. You already got to be on the radar and stuff,
Yeah.
and that's like if you already on the radar, you come over here. You got I say a max 2 years to
Yes.
even to make that leap back over. Because once you
Yeah.
get to those 2 years, you're going against the other class that just came, the class after that, the practice squad, the people that got cut. It's so many variables that's going on in that situation. A lot of people don't understand that, dude.
They don't, and so it's crazy because yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool how we do see these little these new guys coming in and whatnot and stuff like that because opportunity isn't given to everybody. You definitely, if you get it, you better make the best of it, or it's not going to be as many as you think it is. It's
Yeah,
cool to see that, but man, you cutting your opportunity just by doing stuff that's going to hurt you in the long run. Like I said, the overseas world is so small,
so small.
and you
Everybody
never
know
know
everybody.
who knows who. So that's crazy. And my last point, which leads me to make the last point, man. When was the first time you ever ran into somebody who had a big head, and how did you humble them? When was the
Oh,
very first time you had that issue?
very first time
The very first time.
when I first came over here in 2014. I
Mm.
was playing with Luke, and back then, me and Luke, we were in the air raid and stuff like how we do now. And yeah, with Earl too. Hey Earl, it's still tied. Don't worry about it. You lucky y'all moved up, but hey, but with Earl too though. But yeah, it was my first year coming over here. I had to humble a player. They like to talk over here. It's like, oh, you came from the
No, no, no,
States.
no, 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 no. Hold up. I'm talking about as a coach. I ain't
Oh,
talking
as a
about.
coach.
I'm talking as a coach.
As a coach, I had to humble somebody and let them know
Because I feel like I was one of them, either the
you
third
was
or the second.
one. You
I
was one. I say you was one. Oh, those practice was intense. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like me, you got a connection. Like we got a connection. Like where we can argue. Like everybody think like we mad at each other at the end of the day. Me, you can fight at practice. We can yell at each other, and then we can just go back and talk about it. Like, hey, bro, like you wrong for this. Hey, man, like coach, like chill out. Like I was trying to get this right, but we understand that terminology. But a lot of people don't understand that. Like I say, my first year, like my first definitely was you. Um, Definitely was Charles. I have to say Justin. Um, I remember one time, this past year, I was about to I was about to stop that practice. Hey, what's up, bro? But yeah, that's just how stuff goes. Sometimes as a coach, I have to remind myself, like, hey, you're a coach now. You can't go into that player role and try to check somebody real fast and humble them like that. So.
so I'm gonna go off topic a little bit because we talking about practicing, and I should have asked this before. All right,
Mm-hmm.
people. Okay, so when I signed back to Landsberg, and I don't want to clear the air. I'm tired of clearing the air. If people know, they know. I don't care. People ask me all the time why I chose Landsberg again, and I'm gonna just be honest with you. First of all, it's the one of them had to do with the practices. Those were
Yeah.
the craziest practices I've ever had in my freaking, crazier than college. College wasn't
Yeah.
nothing except in the heat. So when you talking about me and you got to fighting, because like I said, I'm keeping this funky, I'm
Yeah.
keeping it real. When we got to fighting, no, every time we came to practice, and I think this is what made
It
us
was
better.
intense.
We got to fight. I'm talking about we was fighting for real. Like
Yeah.
we really got into it because I'm like, okay, I'm not about to I'm not about to let him one up me. I'm not about to let nobody else one
Exactly.
up me. I ain't about to let, any other import show me up. I'm about to practice like I'm playing. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing that separated, I think that separated me from a lot of guys, and this is just my personal opinion on the team
Yeah.
because every practice I come to, I always tell guys like, bro, if you ain't practicing, you don't need to come. Like, you don't want to practice, you just don't need to come. Because that's our only job. We got it easy compared, well,
Easy.
sometimes we got it easy, but we only got one job to do.
Yeah.
But I feel like people don't understand when you go to a place that like Landsberg, you are going to a very competitive place, and they don't know that until they actually go there and see this for themselves.
Man,
That's what
I'm
people don't
hard on.
know.
Hey, they don't like. That's why I try to tell people like, I'm hard on my imports, but I'm also hard on my German guys. Like my
Yeah,
German
for
guys,
sure.
But the thing is, my German guys done got used to me now.
Yeah.
When I first got here, it was kind of tough, but they got used to me now. But you have to set that. I think it all starts at the top of the, like, you got the fourth stand, the president, all that. It all starts at the top, just like in the States. And it
Yeah.
starts with the head coach. Then it goes down to the assistant coaches and stuff like that. I think that's how you got to do it over here as well. Because at the end of the day, it's still football. If you don't have that standard, like I told you, I told my guys last year, I don't care. I told y'all that when we won the championship. I don't care how good you are. If you're not with the standard,
Mm-hmm.
nobody bigger than the standard. And if I can see where you picking and choosing about which game you want to play and stuff, I don't need you around because I need someone who's gonna play consistently and go all out every game because you never know if that's gonna be your last game.
For sure. And we keep telling these guys, like, and it's Finn. Oh my God, I was just about to say that too. The
Yeah,
practices should
that's
be
how it
harder
is.
than the
That's how it
game.
is in Landsberg.
Exactly. And most guys always asking why you go back. I'm telling you, that was probably Landsberg is probably the only program you gonna feel tested and tried at. Cause I mean, like, dude, you know, like, ain't no the board ain't slacking. Players definitely they don't care. They don't care about how you feel. Harness is definitely gonna tell you if he gonna like you or not, especially after that first practice. I'm name dropping. I don't care about. I
Straight
love that guy.
facts.
I'm name
Straight
dropping. Harness
facts.
don't care. He ain't gonna care about how you feel. Who else is it? The guys who are close, who make the team, like Lukey, they gonna know if you for real about being an import or not. Like
And
you gotta make a presence and an impact so daggone fast that you gotta make sure that these guys know you serious. Because if they ain't, they could get rid of you just as fast as the board can. And the
come
guys
on
don't know
now.
that Landsberg is a place you cannot slack. You can't bullshit at Landsberg at all. And people think it's just regional. Nah, bro. We playing to compete. Like that's competitive over here. Like for
Look,
real.
I put it like this: if we had a little bit more depth, hold on.
look, Earl.
Earl hating because we put 51 points on him and then they beat us the year
No,
after.
Earl. I'm gonna go ahead and say this, man. I know you got a good program over there. I'm just saying, like, this is one of them. That's just one program. But from I know because Regensburg, man, y'all got some dogs over there too.
They
Y'all
really
still
do.
do, and y'all do it.
Earl, them doing a good job over there with what they
Yeah,
did. Like you got
yeah.
to, I respect them, Earl, because they moved up, and then that year they moved up, we beat them and stuff. But the year after is when they moved
Mm-hmm.
up to GFL too. So it
Yep.
basically took them 1 year to figure out that stuff. But hey, Earl was doing some recruiting as well. Like he doing a hell of a job over there.
Yeah, and this is one thing people don't understand, man. Like, you got programs like that out there. Like, just because it's third league don't mean nothing. You
I'm
got
trying
teams
to
like
tell you.
Regensburg that came through and they was really getting after us. You know what I'm saying? That first year, and then
Mm-hmm.
second year we learned from what we lost. We
Bro,
learned from that.
I remember telling y'all boys that I was like, look, man, I wanted to play Earl them so bad again, but they already moved up. So the
Mm-hmm.
situation with I remember recruiting. I was going through the recruiting. I was like, you was already coming back, and I was like, all right, let me see what pieces I can put together to make sure we get that. So when I told you, I was like, hey, we getting B Watts.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we already winning. I was already telling the whole. You remember? I was already telling the whole team, hey, we're gonna win this shit this year.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we got this close. We barely let that stuff slip out of our hands. I was like, no, we winning this
Second
this year.
place, and we
Yeah,
said, and we literally at the Cowboys game in 2022, you literally said we winning this bitch next year. And what happened?
yeah,
Because we
I
lost
literally
to
said it.
Regensburg, and we said, "Nah, we ain't letting it happen again."
Yeah,
Like
yeah, but I think you gotta have that
we have to tell
mindset
ourselves
though.
that. Yeah,
You gotta have that mindset, and it's not about being cocky. It's about you got to speak it in existence.
and it ain't about social media either. I hate when dudes literally say it's about social. No, bro. All this little posting that these everybody be doing, like I don't care how much you lift, and I don't none of that, bro. If you ain't got the mental to play all 60 minutes, bro, you ain't gonna win nothing. You ain't gonna be able to compete. And that's
Okay.
one thing I think it was hard for us to understand in 2023 because we were so inconsistent that championship year. Like we lost when we weren't supposed to. So we was inconsistent. So that's one thing I think people don't understand. It's a mindset thing more than it is a physical thing, you
It
know?
really is. That's why I try to. for my guys, I try to push them for the limits. You know, if I can get in your head as a coach, and when you tired, and you can pay attention to me when you tired, you can perform when you tired. Like that's my biggest thing. I try to make sure your mental is there. Like, you know how I always check on you guys. Hey, how you doing mentally, physically, and emotion? Like, you know, because imports go through a lot. So I make sure, Charles, that is true. 2022, we did have
That
a
was.
squad.
That was.
Probably one of the second best that came through Landsberg. But yeah, like I try to make sure you good mentally, because if you ain't good mentally, you're gonna be having off the field problems. You ain't gonna be able to perform, put
Yep.
yourself in the best situations. Like that stuff
Yep.
happen. Like at the end of the day, we are imports, but we also human beings, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like we go through stuff just like they go through stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. But yeah, we got about 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna get off of here. But one last point. I know I said that already, but what is going into this year? It's 2025 already. One goal, I would say, one public goal, not a behind the scenes goal, but
Okay.
not your personal one. But what is one thing you want to see moving forward when next this upcoming season, because I don't know when it's going to start, but what is one thing you do want to see that's going to make you extremely proud compared to what happened, that's going to be a step forward from last year? What is going to make you not more, because you never satisfied, I know you're not satisfied, but what's going to make you more of a what's going to make you proud to see that the team would improve on if you were to if they were to do something? Like, what would that be? What is your goal?
To honestly, man, to be better man. Like it all starts not just with football. They have to do stuff outside the field. You know, everything you can come in between those lines and do those right. But if you're not doing stuff outside the field, going to the gym, doing your stretching and stuff like that, all you can't. Nobody is good enough to be um, to not practice. You know, you got to put the work in. But I would say, like, being a better man, and like just football wise, just like coming to work every day, get better every day at practice. You know, that's one thing that we're gonna be big on this year. I already talked to my coaches. We're gonna be harder this year. Like I said, we're going back to 2022, how we was then, competing every day at practice. It's gonna be intense. We're gonna have the music just like college and stuff. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
very intense. But if I can say, like, looking forward to 2025 season, how we handle adversity. That's exactly bingo. How we handle adversity, because we 2021 we COVID season, 2022 we had the season with y'all, the first season. In 2023, we won it. We came in second place 2022.
Yeah.
And then first place, we won it in 2023. And then this year we came in what, fourth or fifth or something. I'm trying to see how we're
Dang,
going
what?
to, yeah, like, bro, I'm telling you, it was tough this year.
Oh, hell no, 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 no.
It was sometimes, it was like where they used to be. I put it like that. I think they went back to where they used to be before I got here, and that was my first time. So I'm already like rolling. Like I'll be having my son sometime, and I'll be doing my football stuff. Like he be here in my lap, and then I'll be doing some work. But like that's how it is, bro. Like it's all right. Appreciate that, Jay Willie. We was fourth this year, so like, yeah, that's my first time being in that situation, losing 5 games like that overseas. So you know what type of game what type of tone I'm on this year. Yeah, I'm prepared to guys to be a hell of a players this year and try to get us back to the top. What's
Yeah,
your what's your number one thing?
I don't have. So, like I said, I've stuck to my motto since I left Landsberg in 23. It's just taking it a week at a time. I don't care about nothing else. I didn't care. I just want to take it a week at a time, because
Yeah,
it's always going to be something. If we don't play our best against the worst team, we always going to find ourselves in a situation. So it's always just going to be, can we be consistent after just worried about ourselves?
man,
That's
you
all
know
it is.
how I always tell you guys, and I break it down on the film, on the strip, on the scout, and I'll be like, listen, if we don't do this, it's gonna be like this. And everybody used to tell me, like, Coach, how do you know this? Like, I was like, man, I've been over here for a long time, especially I know how our guys was. So I know if we get in a situation, we get too comfortable,
Yep.
we're gonna see. Phil, don't go there, Phil. Phil.
Hey, speaking of it, because we got about like 7 more minutes.
We got like 6 or 7
Hey,
more
get him
minutes
on
for
here.
that.
Get him on here, bro. Hold up. Get Phil on here too.
I
Cause
see he
we
back in the
ain't
states right now. I think he's back in the states with his family and stuff. But
if
he
he
may
don't if he
answer.
don't hop in for the last 5 minutes, it's cool. But we got yeah, he on yeah, it's yeah, he with family. So we gotta
So
get him on here next time as well because I got some questions because he just came off of a championship as well. And congratulations to that. Him and Keith. Oh, he in the car. All right. So yeah,
I don't
we
really
gonna
care about you being in the car.
we
Yeah,
gonna get Phil on here next time too because he's a championship coach. What was he in
yeah.
Austria?
Yeah. He was in Austria, so he also like Phil also one of those like he
He
went
don't
to
bullshit you.
somewhere and got a team better and so like hats off to him as well. Like him and Keith, they did their thing over there. It's tough
Yeah.
sometimes. Like a lot of people don't understand when you go to a team and you have to start from the bottom
That,
and that process. A lot of
yep.
teams just want you to win now, but like that process of just going up, like that's tough, bro. That's tough.
Yeah,
Charles.
bro. But is there anybody? So for the last 5 minutes, anybody got any questions? Because I know we had a few guys in here. We had Anthony. He asked who our hardest game was going to be, and I told him I did not care. Uh,
Anthony.
yeah, he was with the Amberg Bulldogs last year,
I
but he
know
was with
Ant.
Straubing this year.
Ant. Yeah, okay. I know Anthony
Yeah,
Green. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
Anthony. We had some guys, and
I
then
tell
we
you.
had a guy that asked if we need a linebacker coach. I think we got that filled already.
Yeah.
And
I tell you,
yeah,
it's gonna be our hardest game, and I
ooh,
be honest with you,
uh-huh,
every game gonna be hard, bro. It's like, and I say that to respect every team, but like the people that's been around me, they know I don't care. I'm gonna be coming talking smack from kickoff all the way. We losing, I'm still gonna call you out, but like that's just how I am. But like
yeah,
like straight facts, I'm just gonna be
yeah,
like that. But I think every game will be a hard game. And the
I
reason why
agree.
I say that is because we're not playing against we're playing against another team, but we're also playing against ourselves.
Yep,
I'm trying to see if we're gonna fall into our old habits this year, or we're gonna advance and take it to where we was and be consistent. Because that's the biggest thing. You can be consistent,
it's
you can play, bro, and that's the thing over here. Who else said we need a linebacker?
no, this was like way before. Sean
Okay.
said, "What are your thoughts on the LFA?" I don't really keep up with the LFA, so I don't really know. I do know they have good money, good competition, and they have very stout organizations. So it's really good ball. So I don't know much about the LFA. I stay in Europe with my black self, so it's I do like the LFA. I like the product that they have, so I think it's pretty good competition. And then
Earl,
Charles asked, "When Gabe gonna start balling?" Oh shit.
but it's going to, man, Charles want me to ball again, man. Listen, I got a surprise this year. The surprise will come out. I will be on the field this year. But I got to make sure my guys are doing their job first before I'm able to get back out there on the field. What's his name say?
Trey
Earl.
said, "When you coming back to Brazil, Dev? I'm never going back to Brazil. I'm not gonna cap. I would love to visit, but I wouldn't. I don't have a desire to go back out there. I'm giving myself some time in Europe first, and then Coach Stevens asked, when we gonna get a scrimmage?
Earl.
Yeah,
Broski.
Earl. He want a
Earl. Coach
scrimmage.
Earl. He trying to settle that record because he know we tied 1-1. But no, he actually got me. Yeah, he
Yeah,
actually
we
got
lost to him. We lost to him that last one.
me. No. We won one because we
Yeah,
tied
yeah,
with
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
2020.
see, you almost try to get me to be like, no, Earl ain't doing that to me. Earl he know what's up. But no, Earl, you can get a scrimmage whenever you want it, bro. You know I don't run from the smoke. I'm with it. You just what you want to do? You want to come down here or what? Because we ain't driving all the way up there. Like, hey,
Yeah, y'all got to come down here, bro. Now y'all got to go to Landsberg, bro. I don't like going to
I don't like
Regensburg.
y'all's place. Like when
I
I
like the
came to
city.
y'all's,
I ain't gonna lie, Regensburg, that's a cool city though.
it's dope, bro. Hey,
Regensburg a good place
Regensburg,
though.
dog.
Regensburg a
But
good city.
It ain't nothing do. It ain't nothing that'll do for real, but it's dope. Like I like the city. Don't get me wrong now,
Yep.
but no, Earl, you can get that scrimmage whenever you want to. But first, Earl, y'all couldn't beat the Wild Dogs, the
Hey
foot.
man, look. We ain't gonna talk about
No,
game.
man, Earl told me they was gonna beat them, but no, they can't even beat them.
Uh, Earl, don't let them do this, man. Don't look. We got 1 more minute
We
before we
got
get
one
off
more
here, man.
minute.
Don't let them get a one up on.
No, Earl, no, I'm always one up on Earl.
Oh man, but yeah, man. So next time we gonna try to get Phil on here. Hold on. Who is this?
Who that?
Who Amazing Amy? Who is that?
Who is that? Who said that?
Hold on, Amazing Amy. I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's Aim.
He said
Who?
what?
I can't even see nothing.
Oh man.
What she say?
Well, hold on. She just said hold on, and that's it.
Oh yeah, I know, man. Ain't
Uh,
Amy, go to sleep. It's past your bedtime.
hey,
It's past your
he said
bedtime.
freak,
Hey,
freak.
it's past your bedtime. No, she the manager up there in Footenham at Wild Dog. She cool and shit. So
Oh, really?
yeah, she straight. She makes sure everybody good and stuff. So
Okay.
she take care of
Well, yeah,
everybody,
man.
do
That's
everything.
going. So yeah, man. That's going to conclude today, man. I'm trying to get on and off of here, but next time it's going to be we
And next
getting.
time I'm gonna be super early. Man, I was out here trying to and I almost fell out the car, bro, when I got out because it's snowing, bro. I ain't
Yeah,
got my snow boots on, but yeah, I'm gonna be early. So we gonna give y'all another show in the future. Just stay
yeah.
with us, and we gonna make this more professional, like so.
Yeah, professional, but we gonna keep it funky. I don't care. But yeah,
Oh,
man,
I'm
y'all keep it easy. And if y'all have any topics if y'all have anything y'all wanna hear, DM us, let us know. So and AJ, we gonna get you on here again one day. So go ahead and DM me, DM Gabe, and see
Mm-mm.
what you want to do. Hmm?
Don't DM me.
Yeah, never mind.
Hey, do not DM me. I got too much stuff going on over here. I'm recruiting. I'm done with recruiting, but I'm getting my
Yeah,
football. Now I'm just playing. Y'all can DM me, but don't be on that. Hey, put me on stuff because I'm gonna tell
yeah.
you. I'm gonna tell you straight facts. I'm gonna be like, look, I can't put you on.
Yeah, but nah. Yeah, y'all take it easy. Have a nice new year. Don't do no stupid shit, especially you at import. All right, so we gonna see y'all next time.
All right, then, boy. Take it easy.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.